guys, it's Christina. Where am I, you may ask? I am coming to you from my parents' bedroom. I had my knee operated on about a week or so ago, and I'm not allowed to bear any weight on it. And because of the way our house is set up, my wheelchair can't really make the trip between the bathroom and my bedroom. So my dad was very gracious and I switched places with him for a while until I can get a little bit more mobile. If you want to know a little bit more about the surgery and some of the recovery, you can check out my weekly vlog from last week. I'll link it up above and down below. But this video is just going to be kind of a fun video. Now, it's no secret that I am a huge fan of Lush cosmetics. I have a very finicky body and a lot of their products just seem to work really well for my needs. And you guys ask me a lot, and I have about 20 million favorite products, so I figured I would pick 5 products that help me the most to cope with my chronic illness. This is actually going to be the first episode of a series of videos that's going to be kind of hack videos with little Spoonie tips and tricks that I have learned along the way, because goodness knows I have learned a lot. Now, I do apologize if you're not able to use Lush products due to mast cell allergies, chemical sensitivities, stuff like that. Unfortunately, this is not going to be your episode, but tune in for the next one. I will try to make it a bit more inclusive, because I've definitely been in places with my health before where there was absolutely no way that I could use any of these products. I was just way too sensitive to smells, but luckily right now my body can tolerate it and I am taking full advantage of it. Okay, so product number 1, their lip balms. I guess this isn't really geared very much to chronic illness patients, but who doesn't love a good lip balm? I probably have the driest lips in the entire world. I think between medications, dehydration, and just having thin and fragile skin in general, I need to apply lip balm probably every 5 minutes, especially if the air is really dry, like during the winter when the heat's on or in the hospital. I probably have like 50 tins of these lip balms just all over the place in all my bags, in every room. Now, Lush carries a bunch of different fragrances or flavors of lip balms, but my favorite is Lip Service. I like it because it has a pretty subtle scent. It's a little bit citrusy, but not overpowering, and it's definitely the most hydrating of all of their lip balms. I feel like it stays on the best. I like the consistency. All around, it's just my favorite. And I feel like it really sinks in to your lips instead of just sitting on top of them like some lip balms do. But you kind of can't go wrong. They're all great, they all work well, and they do have some vegan options as well. I believe their key lime pie flavored one is vegan, and that smells really good. Moving on to product number 2, Fun. Yes, that is right, the product is called Fun. And they're not kidding. Now, you might be surprised how often I get the question, how do you shave your legs with a totally fused spine? I do admit it has gotten a little bit harder, and it'll be probably especially hard now that my leg is fused, but I always find a way, and this stuff has saved my life. Basically, this stuff is soap Play-Doh, and it's amazing. I think it's kind of one of Lush's most underrated products. People think it's just for kids, and it is not just for kids. Shaving can be difficult. Any of you guys with chronic pain or chronic joint stiffness will totally get the struggle. You can't always see all of the spots that you wish you could. But the great thing about this is you rub it on and it stays pretty well. And it's very brightly colored. So it's pretty easy to see which areas you've gotten to and which areas you might have missed. Plus, I've found it extremely hydrating. My legs are much softer than they ever were using shaving foam, and it comes in a ton of different colors and smells. I don't actually recommend using red though, because it looks like an actual bloodbath, and it makes it a little bit harder to tell if you did nick yourself. And this stuff can be used as body wash, bubble bath, and since it's a solid, it's really great for traveling. Number 3, speaking of solids, if you have to do any traveling due to your chronic illness, these things are going to be lifesavers. This is my shampoo. Solid shampoo. I I just find that when I use a solid shampoo bar, I have so much more control, and I'm not dealing with having to try to grip and squeeze a big, heavy, slippery bottle inside of the shower. And a lot of times I'll actually just like wet my hair and rub this through, and then I'll rinse it out later. It's a way of saving energy and just getting in and out of the shower as fast as possible. I know that for me, due to my dysautonomia, showering is very exhausting, and anything that can cut out a little bit of time in my shower routine is always welcome. And you can keep it and pack it in these little reusable metal tins. These come in a lot of different scents and are formulated for different hair types. I've tried 3 of them so far, and this one is my favorite. It's called Copperhead. It's specifically formulated for people who have henna-treated hair like I do. Unfortunately, I believe that this specific bar was discontinued in the US, but it is still available on the UK website, which is where I buy it. Speaking of the UK website, if you feel comfortable ordering products like this online that you haven't necessarily had a chance to try or smell in person, then I really recommend placing your order through their UK site instead of the US site, because they actually have a wider variety of products since the company started out in the UK, and their costs are also lower. You do have to pay a little bit extra and wait a little bit of extra time for the shipping, but if you are making any kind of substantial order, the shipping cost will usually pay for itself pretty quickly. And I believe that they may have a wider variety of vegan products available if that is something that you are concerned about. I know that they have a lip balm called None of Your Beeswax that's vegan, and it is so good. It smells like lemon custard. So that's just a little side tip. Oh, and number 4, while we are talking about their UK site, they have something available called wash cards. This is one of the ones that they did bring over to the US. I think it was at Christmas time. And I know that they had one at Valentine's Day. It was little lips, but I'm not quite sure where I put mine. But the UK site has a huge variety of these, and I definitely recommend checking them out. Tell me this is not the coolest thing ever. So this is basically a little sheet of paper that's made out of apple pulp, and it lathers up. It's full of soap. All you have to do is break off a little piece and bring it in the bathroom with you and use it just like you would any normal soap. You could just run the whole thing underwater and use the whole thing, but then it's going to be wet putting it back into your bag if you're out in public, so I recommend just ripping off a little piece. I'm pretty allergic to a lot of the soaps that they use in public restrooms, which is obviously kind of a problem. So I just keep one of these in my wallet. I have one in the outside pocket of my bag. Also great, and has saved me in some of those situations where soap is not readily available and you need it. Like, for instance, an unexpected feeding pump accident. Because sometimes hand sanitizer can really only go so far. And again, it's a solid, so awesome for travel. And number 5, last but certainly not least, we have the Wiki Magic Muscles Massage Bar. By far my favorite Lush product ever. Has been since the moment I walked in the store and smelled it for the first time. I cannot tell you how much use I get out of these things. I buy them in bulk and it's still never enough. If you have ever wondered what I smell like, it is this. It is always this. Actually, I've converted my entire family over to using these, so this is just what we smell like. It's our family scent. I'm going to put this one down because it is melting in my hands. It just has the most lovely essential oils in it. It's really spicy. It smells mostly of peppermint and cinnamon and like happiness. It's basically a bar of solid oil, and when you rub it on your skin, the heat of your skin melts the oil and you can rub it in. It's got these little beans in it that give you a little mini massage without being really harsh. It's kind of my ideal massage. It's a massage where nobody has to touch me. I use it for everything. I'm not kidding. This is my deodorant. This is my perfume. I use this instead of moisturizer for my legs. The smell just really helps me to relax, and I think that both the act of massaging it in and the essential oils really do help to relax those sore spasming muscles, especially in my calves. And a pro tip about this one, when they get to the end and it's just mostly beans and like little bits of the bar left, I'll take it and I'll just pop it in the microwave, and I sift out all of the beans with a fork and then just pour the liquid into an old used up lip balm container and let that harden in the fridge, and then bam, I have my very own solid perfume, which is perfect for me because I don't know about you guys, but I have a really hard time finding perfumes I'm not allergic to. And why not? I love the smell. Okay guys, well those were my top 5 favorite Lush products for coping with my chronic illness. Let me know down in the comments if you guys use any of these products or if you have a specific favorite. I could probably talk about Lush products all day long. And also let me know what kind of Spoonie hacks and tips you guys would be interested in seeing in future episodes. If you liked this style of video, I would love it if you told me by giving it a thumbs up or letting me know in the comments. If you want to see more videos by me, you can hit the subscribe button. I upload weekly vlogs about my life and living with chronic illness, and I've also done a number of more topical, educational type videos if you want to check those out as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!